Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. My name is Jason, and as always, I'm here with my wonderful co-host, Julia.
Hi, everyone. It's great to be here again. Thanks for joining us today.
Today's topic is something very, very common among English learners. Maybe you've felt this yourself. You listen to English, you understand movies, podcasts, or YouTube videos, but when it's time to speak, nothing comes out.
Yes, or maybe only a few words come out, and then your mind goes blank.
Exactly. So today's episode is called I Understand English, but I Can't Speak Why and What to Do.
And if that sentence describes you, don't worry, you are not alone at all. Millions of learners around the world feel the same way.
You might be thinking, Jason, I know a lot of English words, I understand grammar, I can follow conversations, but when someone asks me a question in English, I feel nervous. I translate in my head, and I get stuck.
Or you might think, I'm afraid of making mistakes, or I don't want to sound stupid, or my pronunciation is not good enough.
And the truth is, this is a very normal stage in learning a language.
Yes, it doesn't mean you are bad at English. It doesn't mean you're not smart. It just means you haven't trained your speaking skill yet.
In today's episode, we're going to talk about why this happens, what is really blocking your speaking, and most importantly, what you can do to start speaking English more confidently.
We'll share simple ideas, practical tips, and a daily routine you can use to move from understanding English to actually speaking it.
So relax, take a deep breath, and listen with an open mind.
And remember, you don't need to be perfect, you just need to start.
Let's begin. So, Julia, let's talk about why this problem is so common. Why do so many people understand English, but still feel unable to speak it?
The biggest reason is that most people learn English in a very passive way. They spend years listening, reading, and studying grammar, but very little time actually speaking.
Right. In many schools and courses, students do exercises, read textbooks, watch videos, and take tests, but they don't really have to use English to communicate.
Exactly. So their brain becomes very good at recognizing English, but not at producing it.
It's like learning to drive a car by watching videos, but never sitting in the driver's seat.
That's a great example. You understand how it works, but your body and your brain haven't practiced doing it yet.
Another reason is fear. Many learners are afraid of making mistakes.
Yes, they want to speak perfectly. They wait until they feel ready. But the problem is you never feel ready.
So they stay silent, they listen more, they study more, and speaking gets delayed again and again.
There's also the habit of translating. When learners try to speak, they first think in their native language, then translate into English, and that takes time.
And while they are translating, the conversation moves on, and they lose confidence.
So they think, I'm too slow or my English is bad, when actually it's just a natural part of learning.
Another point is that understanding feels safe. You can understand quietly. No one can see your mistakes.
But speaking feels risky. It's public. People can hear your pronunciation, your grammar, your accent.
So emotionally, many people choose the safe skill understanding and avoid the risky skill speaking.
Which is completely human, but it keeps people stuck.
So to summarize, this problem is common because learning systems focus on input. Learners fear mistakes, translation slows them down, and speaking feels uncomfortable.
And the good news is all of these problems can be fixed with the right approach.
Exactly. And in the next section, we'll talk about what is really blocking your speaking. So now, let's go a little deeper. We talked about why this problem is common, but what is really blocking people from speaking?
I think the first big block is fear. Fear of making mistakes. Fear of sounding silly. Fear of being judged.
Yes, many learners think, if I don't speak perfectly, I shouldn't speak at all.
But that mindset is very dangerous, because perfection is not the goal, communication is.
Exactly. If people understand you, then you're already succeeding.
Another block is overthinking. Learners try to build the perfect sentence in their head before they speak.
They think about grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, and word order all at the same time.
And while they are thinking, the moment to speak disappears.
So speaking becomes stressful instead of natural.
A third block is lack of habit. Speaking is a skill, and skills need practice.
If you never practice speaking, your brain doesn't build the pathways needed for fast speaking.
So even if you know many words, your brain can't access them quickly.
Another block is self-identity. Some people see themselves as bad at English or not a language person.
And when you believe that story about yourself, your brain follows it.
Yes, you hesitate more. You avoid opportunities. You confirm your own belief.
And finally, many learners don't have a safe space to speak, no one to practice with, no environment where mistakes are welcome.
So they wait for the perfect situation which never comes.
So to summarize, fear, overthinking, lack of habit, negative self-beliefs, and no safe practice environment are the real blocks.
And once you see these blocks clearly, you can start removing them one by one.
And that's exactly what we'll help you do in the next part.
Let's move on. Now, let's talk about something I call the silent learner trap.
Yes, this is when learners are always learning but never actually using the language.
They watch YouTube videos, listen to podcasts, read articles, use apps, but they almost never speak.
So they feel productive because they are doing something every day.
But their speaking skill stays at the same level.
It's like going to the gym, watching people exercise, reading about exercise, but never lifting a weight.
Great example. You're around the activity, but you're not doing the activity.
And because understanding improves faster than speaking, learners feel progress but only in one direction.
So they think, I'm improving, but then they try to speak and feel frustrated again.
That frustration makes them go back to silent learning, more listening, more watching, because it feels safe.
And slowly, they build a comfort zone where English is something they consume, not something they use.
The problem is speaking is a physical and mental skill. Your mouth, your tongue, and your brain need training.
And that training only happens when you speak out loud.
Even talking to yourself helps. Even making mistakes helps.
But the silent learner avoids mistakes, so they avoid growth.
So the trap is not that you're lazy. The trap is that you're choosing the comfortable path instead of the effective one.
And once you realize that, you can change it.
You don't need more English. You need more use of the English you already have.
Exactly. And in the next section, we'll explain how your brain actually learns to speak a language. So now let's understand what's really happening inside your brain when you learn to speak a language.
Yes, because speaking is not just knowledge, it's a skill.
Exactly. Speaking is like playing the piano, driving a car, or riding a bicycle.
You can read about it, you can understand how it works, but you only become good at it by doing it.
When you speak, your brain is doing many things at the same time, choosing words, building sentences, moving your mouth, and controlling pronunciation.
All of that has to happen very fast, almost automatically.
But when you're a learner, your brain is still slow at this process.
So it needs repetition to build strong neural connections.
Every time you speak, your brain is creating and strengthening those connections.
But if you never speak, those connections stay weak.
That's why you can understand a word but not remember it when you need it.
Your brain has the information, but not the access path.
Another important idea is that your mouth is part of the learning system.
Yes, pronunciation is physical. Your tongue, lips, and jaw need training.
That's why speaking out loud is much more powerful than speaking in your head.
When you speak silently, your brain only practices thinking. When you speak aloud, your brain practices communication.
So the brain learns to speak by doing 3 things: repetition, use, and feedback.
Repetition builds speed. Use builds confidence. Feedback builds accuracy.
And together, they turn understanding into speaking.
So if you want to speak English, you must give your brain permission to be slow, imperfect, and noisy in the beginning.
That's how fluency is born.
And in the next section, we'll share very practical steps you can start using today.
Now, let's get practical. If someone is listening right now and thinking, okay, I understand the problem, but what can I actually do? This section is for you.
Yes, these are simple steps you can start today, even if you're shy, busy, or alone.
Step 1. Speak to yourself out loud every day.
This sounds strange, but it's very powerful.
Describe what you're doing. I'm making tea. I'm opening my laptop. I'm watching a video.
Your brain doesn't care if someone is listening. It only cares that you're practicing.
Step 2. Use shadowing.
Shadowing means listening to a short audio in English and repeating it immediately, copying the speaker's rhythm, speed, and pronunciation.
You can do this with podcasts, YouTube videos, or movies.
Just 5 minutes a day can make a big difference.
Step 3. Build simple sentences, not perfect ones.
Don't try to speak like a professor. Speak like a child.
Short sentences, clear meaning. That's enough.
For example, I went to work. I met my friend. It was fun.
Step 4. Record your voice.
Use your phone. Speak for 1 minute about your day.
Then listen, not to judge but to notice.
You'll slowly hear improvement, and that builds confidence.
Step 5. Create safe speaking moments.
That could be talking to yourself, to a friend, to an online partner, or even to AI.
The key is no pressure, no judgment.
Finally, do a little every day.
10 minutes every day is better than 1 hour once a week.
Consistency trains your brain.
So remember, speak daily, repeat often, keep it simple, and be kind to yourself.
That's how speaking starts.
Now let's talk about one of the biggest emotional blocks: fear of making mistakes.
Yes, for many learners, this fear is stronger than the desire to speak.
They think, if I make a mistake, people will laugh, or they will think I'm stupid.
But in reality, most people don't care about your mistakes. They care about your message.
Exactly. When you listen to a learner speaking English, do you focus on every grammar mistake?
No, you focus on understanding them.
Native speakers are the same.
Mistakes are not a sign of failure. They are a sign that learning is happening.
Every mistake is feedback.
It shows you what you need to improve.
So instead of asking, did I make a mistake? Ask, did people understand me?
If the answer is yes, you succeeded.
Another helpful idea is to change your identity.
Don't think, I'm bad at English. Think, I'm a learner who is practicing.
That small change reduces pressure.
Also, give yourself permission to sound like a beginner.
You didn't speak your first language perfectly as a child, and you still learned it.
So why expect perfection now?
And finally, Expose yourself to small risks.
Say one sentence today, two tomorrow, a short conversation next week.
Fear becomes smaller when you face it gently.
And confidence grows from action, not from thinking.
So speak even imperfectly, especially imperfectly.
That's how fear loses its power.
Now, let's put everything together into a simple daily routine you can actually follow.
Yes, not something complicated, just something realistic.
This routine takes about 10 to 15 minutes a day.
First 1-minute warm-up.
Say easy sentences. Your name, what day it is, how you feel.
I feel good today. I'm a little tired. Simple things.
Second, 5 minutes of shadowing.
Choose a short audio and repeat after the speaker.
Focus on rhythm and flow, not perfection.
Third, 5 minutes of free speaking.
Talk about your day, your plans, or something you watched.
You can record yourself or just speak out loud.
Fourth, 1-minute reflection.
Ask yourself, what was easy?
That's it.
10 minutes every day.
Not 1 hour once a week.
Not waiting for motivation.
Just showing up.
If you do this for 30 days, you will feel a difference.
Your mouth will feel more comfortable.
Your brain will find words faster.
And your confidence will grow naturally.
Small steps every day, that's the secret.
We're almost at the end, but before we finish, we want to leave you with some motivation and final advice.
Yes, if you feel stuck, remember this. Speaking English is a skill. Skills take time, patience, and consistent practice.
You don't need to be perfect. You just need to start. Even small steps every day make a huge difference over time.
Celebrate progress, not perfection. Did you speak one sentence today? That's a win. Did you speak 2 sentences tomorrow? Another win.
And remember, mistakes are not failures. They are proof that you're learning.
Your brain and mouth need training, so don't give up. Keep speaking, keep practicing, and keep believing in yourself.
Fluency comes from action, not knowledge alone. Start small, be consistent, and trust the process.
You've got this, and we'll be here with you every step of the way.
Now let's recap the key points before we close. All right, everyone, let's quickly recap what we discussed today.
We started by talking about why so many learners understand English but can't speak it.
Then we explored the real blocks: fear, overthinking, lack of habit, negative self-beliefs, and no safe practice space.
We also introduced the silent learner trap and explained how your brain actually learns to speak a language.
Most importantly, we shared practical steps you can start today. Speaking out loud, shadowing, simple sentences, recording yourself, and following a daily routine.
And remember, mistakes are not failures. Confidence grows from action, not perfection.
So here's your challenge. Start speaking today. Even one sentence out loud counts.
Yes, comment below and tell us what sentence you spoke today.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this episode with anyone who struggles with speaking English.
And remember, consistent practice beats perfection. Keep going and you'll see progress.
Thanks for listening to the English Learning Podcast. Until next time, keep speaking and keep learning.